Good morning. Hi, everybody. If you are new here, welcome to my page. My name is Bella Garcia, and I have been on YouTube for the past 2 to 3 months now. I do a little bit of everything: lifestyle content, fitness routines, schedules for my kids, appointments, and also budget friendly interior design for apartments, because that's kind of like low key my little fashion. So if you're here, thank you for being here. Welcome. Meet me in the comments. Let me know what you like, what you dislike, and any recommendations. Now let's get into it. This vlog is the remodel of my dining room and kitchen. So you're going to see the way I started, which is going to be the island buffet. The buffet. I still don't know how to pronounce this word, and you're going to hear me say that 100 times in this vlog, so please just ignore me, okay? I start off with that, and then I proceed into painting my table, and I use 1 small pint of wood furniture paint that I also got from Amazon. And oh, I'm sorry, someone just sent me a text. Everything I purchase is from Amazon. So let's just put that there. If you want any links, let me know in the comments and I will provide them for you guys. And then I ended with painting my kitchen cabinets and then putting wall molding on the walls and painting everything over. It's like a 5-step process, but it took me around 2 weeks to do, primarily because we were missing the paint and I just had to keep canceling and reordering the paint. I like to do things usually things take me 48 hours to do, but this one took a little longer than expected, but it doesn't mean it wasn't good. If anything, it was even better because it was a lot longer and it was a long labor of love. And I just hope you guys enjoy it because I'm really excited to share with you guys what I did. Okay, so without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy. Update. It is now 10:52 and I am still working on this table. I've been on this for like 7 hours. Granted, I took like 100 breaks, but I feel like I'm at the home stretch and I'm actually very happy I decided to build this before I started painting, because this would have definitely driven me absolutely insane. Also, usually hubby is the one that builds everything in the house, but this would have taken a good 4 or 5 hours out of his normal schedule. And he works 50, 60 hours a week, so I took one for the team, y'all. Clap for me. But no, in all seriousness, I'm actually happy. I'm almost done with this. It's gonna be super cute. And knowing me, I'm an instant gratification girly. So once this gets put up, I'm gonna start undrilling the walls of the kitchen so I can see them actually bare. And I can decide what I'm gonna do with this wallpaper. Because I might just paint it, honestly. I might just do columns. I don't know. We're gonna take this step by step, okay? Yeah. All right.
You can start putting these in there.
Reinforcements are here. Hubby is home from work. We're basically almost done. He came and it was almost like 80% done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just putting the doors in and stuff like that. I'm tired though. So. Good morning. I cleaned up as much as I could so that I could have a sort of clean slate. And you guys can see what step I'm on. I turned on the lights already. I didn't do anything else. But as it stands right now, this is where I'm at. And then we have the table. And then the kitchen is going to be primarily a little bit more spacious and welcoming. I took off the shelving that was here. I took that off. And the things that were there, I don't know if you guys remember in any of my previous vlogs, there was cereal there, containers. They are now here on the bottom. And the dishes that were here are also here. It's going to be on the bottom. The soda stream has not come in yet, but it's going to go there. I left the tree over here for the moment because the tree is actually going to go up here, but I have to paint. So I'm going to get to that today. And this is going to go. I just don't know where I'm going to put it, but I got to take this off. And as well as the wallpaper. The wallpaper has to go. And that has to go. And that shelf also has to go. And yeah, that's where I'm at so far. I think it looks super nice. I'm kind of obsessed with it, but you won't really see the full picture until I paint and everything looks cohesive. So yeah. All right, we are gonna start with painting the table, and I actually find it very soothing, super easy and fast, if I'm being honest, and it dries quickly as well. So it makes everything easier because this week I decided to stay with the kids while I remodel, which is why yesterday's debacle of that buffet. I gotta Google whether I'm saying this right, because if I'm not saying it right, I don't know what to do. Like, it's gonna be a little weird, but that's why it took me like 7 hours to do, and then I didn't finish it until hubby got home. Now, I've painted wood before. I painted my headboard in my room, and this little bit of paint goes a super long way. So don't let this little bit of paint make you think like, oh, that's not a lot. Girl, trust is more than enough. You're gonna be like, oh my God, she was not lying. No, I was not. Now, I've done this a few times, like I said, so I'm not gonna, like, it's gonna get painted. So, because I'm not saying I'm a pro, but I'm kind of light on time, just gonna go ahead and paint over this. Now, it does come with like a little spongy brush, which, trust me, you're gonna need for like all those little spots, but for the most part, you can get a lot done with just one nice coat. I'm just lathering it. Look how fast I'm painting this table, y'all. This table ain't got nothing on me, okay? The first time I did this, I did it with a little mini sponge. Not because I was doing it wrong, but because I took way longer than I should have. Simply because I just didn't know that I could have used. Now I am gonna paint the benches as well. So we're painting everything, okay? We want a black dinner table. Nice and sleek. Black dinner table. And just like that, the table is done. Don't be scared of painting something that you really want to paint. Like, it's your house. You bought it. Do what you want. Thankfully, I have just 2 chairs and the rest are benches. The rest is just 2 long benches. So I don't really have to do too much. Like, I don't gotta go crazy with this. But just make sure that if you're gonna paint wood, make sure it's with wood paint. And let me turn on the fan actually. Usually I don't have to do a top coat, a second coat, but I'm gonna do it because the table gets a lot of wear and tear. It actually looks so much better in black. Oh, should have done this sooner. It's already drying. I don't know if you can see. I mean, I guess you could see it a little with the reflection, but it's already drying. Definitely get wood paint. So if you don't, you're gonna be struggling. Now I thought about painting my cabinets black, but I was like, nah, that's gonna be too much. So they're gonna actually paint it white. That was too much paint. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Now all I'm doing is the chairs and a second coat. But you see how fast it dries? Like, seriously, get yourself some wood paint and have fun. Paint the town red, y'all. Okay, this is the final look of the table. It is all black and it pairs really well with the white and black buffet in the back. Now, once I paint the walls and the kitchen cabinets, the cabinets are going to be the exact color of that over there. So it's going to be white with black. So it's going to be like white, black, black, white, black over here. It's going to be really, really, really pretty. And that is also my Christmas tree. I am not doing too much. I gotta take this off sometime today, the mirror, because I'm not gonna paint the walls today. But yeah, slowly but surely I want to say it's like 40% done because there's a lot of painting left. Like, I gotta do all those cabinets and then I gotta take this wallpaper down, and this wallpaper is gonna be the last thing I do before I paint, because behind this wallpaper there is royal blue. No, I'm lying. Like an obnoxious bright blue paint color. Not like my dark blue, but like a really, really bright blue. It's obnoxious. It's like almost too much. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, that's it. What do you guys think? I think it looks perfect. I might get a new rug for this. Or I could just leave it. It's kind of good right there. But table is done.
My back hurts, but it's gonna get done. Bottom done. Now the top.
Okay, cabinets are almost done. So my daughter's actually helping me. She's painting the little bit of what's left of the cabinets. And I feel like this is perfect for her because she loves to draw and paint. And I am going to start taking off the wallpaper so that I can start actually painting. Oh no. Oh no, I knew I forgot something. I think I forgot the tray. I'm tired. Okay, short story. When I moved to Texas, my parents had subleased my apartment. And I had painted my bathroom periwinkle. My parents thought they were doing a good thing. Bless their heart. And they went to Home Depot and they purchased a color that they thought was periwinkle. And they painted my entire house, my entire apartment that color. This is the color. So I came back home to walls this color. You can just imagine the chaos. So yeah. It drives me absolutely crazy. I just took off the wallpaper. I was gonna do the whole entire kitchen, but now that I'm thinking about it, I just might leave the back wall with the brick because I don't know, I feel like it might just make sense. And leave the kitchen with like a little bit of a difference. Like it's all cohesive because it's gonna match with that. But leaving the wallpaper on might actually make sense. Just for the back wall, not the actual side wall. This I'm gonna paint. But this is where we're at. I'm gonna call it a night. Okay. Good morning. I ended up halting work yesterday. My back started hurting really bad. So I couldn't finish the cabinets the way I wanted to or paint. Like it just was not working for me. It did not. I was just like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. And then I also realized that a part of me wanted to keep the brick wallpaper. So now I have to figure out a way to cut a piece of wallpaper or just make that piece white. Because you see how I kind of stripped it off a bit. So I might just make that piece white. I don't know. I might just put a picture. I don't know. Yo, I really don't know. We're going to figure this out. But all in all, I'm going to finish now. Look at the bottom. Look how nice that bottom is coming out. White and black. I know you guys don't see it because it's so messy. But this is 1-in-1 matching with that. And then it's cohesive to the black table. So it's just going to look like one big, beautiful family. So yeah, I don't know if I said it's 4:30, but it's 4:30 in the morning. I just woke up and I'm just going to get straight to it because this is when I'm the most productive, it seems, early in the morning. And today I'm actually going to be going into the city with the hubby and our daughter because it's her birthday weekend and she is an artist. So we're going to take her to a very fun space so that her brain can be wowed by all the different avenues and techniques of art. All right, most of the cabinets are actually done. Now I'm gonna just add the handles on the cabinets. There's 2 cabinets that I can't really do much for. They're really, really greasy. Even though I've sanded them, it's the ones that are right up on top of the stove. And Considering that this is just an apartment, not my house, and this is just an aesthetic makeover, I can live with that. I'm listening to my favorite book, This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. I think I know every single word in this book, if I'm gonna be honest. So that's where we're at. But these are the handles. I think I showed you guys yesterday. They're super cute. I got them from Amazon. It's a peel and stick, so it's actually apartment friendly instead of screwing it in. I love them, and they match very well with the rest of the concept of this kitchen scenario. I never measure. I should, but I don't. I don't know, it's just like an old habit. Sometimes I will do a little, I could measure. I'm gonna do it, but is it really necessary? I mean, for me, I've been doing stuff like this for so long that if I measure, it'll feel weird. There we go. That looks good. I am going to change the lighting in the living room, the dining room. I feel like the lights are two different colors, so it does also throw it off. Everything is important when you're doing a remodel. So they're not exactly identical, but it's enough. It is more than enough. Oh, I can't wait. Okay. I am confident in the wallpaper. Now, I could buy it again and same wallpaper, but rebuy it. But I'm just going to leave it. I'm almost done. Y'all. I'm almost done. I'm just missing this cabinet right here. But everything is done. That space in the middle that I had wallpaper that I had ripped out, I put a picture there. It's just kind of cohesive. A little off-putting, but I like it. And then I screwed in the paper towel thing because it's always everywhere else. And I took off the shelving here, so that's not gonna go. I feel like I'm fighting the notion of actually putting the mirror on that wall. I think I might leave it alone. I think it's gonna be just plain. I think I'm just gonna put the crown molding on it and leave it alone. I wanted to put the mirror, but I don't know. I like the mirror in the whole way, and frankly, I don't want to move it. It's a big mirror to move, and that's gonna be a different project later. It's gonna be the same paint. I'm gonna use the same paint, so I'll have that for later to do. And there's gonna be some walls that are still gonna be blue, but today I'm just finishing the dining room. That's how we're doing that. And eventually I will paint the living room wall black. And then when I decide to do that, then I'll paint the rest of the walls sea pearl. That's it. This entire bucket painted all these cabinets. One bucket. Okay, the cabinets are basically done. I just have to put the handlebars for those. And then it's the wall. I only have two major walls here and a little bit of small extension here and there and up here. I actually might do this one, just kind of close that all off. But that's it. It's really not a lot. Hubby is still sleeping. And I should be done with this big portion, I want to say in about 2 hours. Not because I can't paint fast, but because I also am adding molding to this scenario. And then I also have to repaint the border, the heater. I have to repaint the heater, and I'm going to be painting the windowsills. Now, the windowsills are just going to go standard white, which I have, as well as the heater. The heater and the windowsills are going to go white. And then sea pearl on the walls. So it should be fine. I haven't decided if I'm going to do 2 pieces of molding on this side and one on this side, because there is like an arch here situation. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I shouldn't put it here, if I'm being frank. Kind of just to end, like to transition off into the kitchen. I might just put a painting here, which I do have. I think that can be a nice, like, close off. But if I do that, I'm going to put 2 here. I'm going to put 2 here instead of the mirror. Remember, the mirror was going to go there. I'm going to do 2 there, and then the 3 big ones here. And then probably the last one I'll finish it by the living room, so it can really be like as cohesive as possible. So 3 over here, and then 2 right there. And then the last one right there. That way it can look like it's all part of the same thing. Okay, last wall. Hubby is doing the edge, the corner. I'm gonna start doing the plaster, and then for the molding, and then we're just gonna paint straight through. The plaster for the molding is paint like friendly, so I should be able to do everything quick. This paint for some reason dries super fast, and then I'm just putting everything back where it goes, and that's it. I wouldn't consider myself a professional, but I could be a little fake contractor, a little, you know, help somebody out in an apartment, like a friend or like someone, you know, I can help somebody. I can help, you know, with a fee. Because, you know, this is time sensitive. This is a lot of labor. This is a lot of stuff. But yeah. Watch. It's not 100% perfectly even, but to not have a ruler and not line this up. Plus the walls are a little uneven, so I'm not gonna touch it. And that is how you do that. Okay, walls are painted. Kitchen is done. I have to do a touch up there. Now we're gonna do the sconces. I decided not to finish that wall because I'm gonna use the rest of the paint. I decided to leave it, to cut it right there, because I didn't want to open another gallon of paint. I want to use the remaining paint to do just final touches here. And then I'll open that gallon for the rest of the walls over there when I decide to do that black wall. But in the meantime, the project is basically done. We just gotta put things where they go. It's done! Okay, the labor of love is complete. We are now going to put everything back, and I'm gonna do one final sweep of what it looks like.
Ta-da!